Welcome to this section on the logotherapy techniques. We can categorize the techniques, mainly there are only three techniques. One is dereflection, paradoxical intention, and Socratic dialogue. What are the techniques of logotherapy? There are mainly three techniques: dereflection, paradoxical intention, and Socratic dialogue. Let us learn first about the dereflection. Dereflection is aimed to help you or helping you focus away from yourself and towards other people, allowing you to become whole and to spend less time feeling preoccupied with a problem or a worry. In simple words, it helps you to focus away from the problem what you are facing right now. Because when we are struck by a problem, we don't focus on any other things in our life. So yes, definitely we might have some problem, some issue, anything at a given point of time you might be thinking about, struck with. But that is not the whole purpose of your life. That is temporary phase. It is temporary. You can overcome it. This technique is meant to combat the hyper reflection or extreme focus on an anxiety provoking situation or an object. You can overcome with this technique the focus or being anxious about something. Hyper reflection is often common in people with anticipatory anxiety. If you are having anxiety on any issue, you can use this technique of dereflection and you can overcome it. Practically speaking, it involves asking questions like, what would you like be like without X problem? What would your life be like without the X problem? If everything went perfectly in your life, what would that look like? And is there anything in your life you would die for? When you ask such kind of questions, you understand that there is life beyond than that particular problem. There is something that is going to happen beyond than this. This problem is a part and parcel of your life. That is not the whole purpose of your life. When you introspect like this, when you reflect upon yourself like this, you will be able to overcome any kind of anxious feelings or problems. This is the technique of dereflection. Paradoxical intention. What is this paradoxical intention? Paradoxical intention is a technique. This is a second technique in logotherapy techniques that invites you to wish for the thing that you fear most. It will talk about the things that you are fearing the most. This was originally suggested for use in the case of anxiety or phobias. Not only for anxieties but to overcome the phobias what we have. You can overcome any kind of phobia in which humor and ridicule can be used when fear is paralyzing you. When you are preoccupied so much with that particular phobia, you can overcome it by making it a humorous thing, by ridiculing it. Let us see a few examples here. If you have a fear of looking foolish, you might be encouraged to try to look foolish on purpose so that you can overcome that fear, and there is a humor attached to this. Paradoxically, your fear would be removed when you set an intention to behave as foolishly as possible. So they are suggesting here, what you are afraid of, what is the fear that you have, you can overcome it if you try to look it on purpose so that you can overcome that fear and that fear can be removed from your mind. Similarly, another illustration in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Rowling 1999, where young students had to face their worst fears. To conquer their fear, they had to turn the terrifying thought into something laughable. This is a technique where you use your fear to be as a laughable, such as a big spider on a roller skates, thereby ridiculing and overcoming the paralyzing fear. Why we need to overcome our fears? Otherwise, it will paralyze your thoughts. It will paralyze your ability. It will paralyze your understanding. It will stop you from reaching something. Conquer your fear. That is a technique of paradoxical intention. And the most favorite, or my favorite one, Socratic Dialogue. Socratic Dialogue is a tool that is being used to help you through the process of self-discovery by noticing and interpreting your own words. Socratic Dialogue is a tool that is being used to help you through the process of self-discovery, where you will learn about yourself by noticing and interpreting your own words. During the Socratic Dialogue, your therapist listens closely to the way you describe the things and points out your word patterns, helping you to see the meaning in them. So the therapist listens very closely and explains you what kind of word pattern are you are following. The Socratic Dialogue is used to find meaning within a conversation. It allows the client to realize they already have the answers to their purpose, meaning, and freedom. So Socratic Dialogue is one of my favorite technique which I like to use and I use regularly to make people to discover themselves, notice what they are telling, what they are speaking, what kind of patterns they are using, and that will give them to analyze the meaning of it, which they are not able to see with the help of a therapist. They'll be able to figure out the answers to their questions, the solutions to their problems, the purpose, the meaning, and the freedom to act. These are the important techniques which are suggested in logotherapy. Stay tuned. We'll catch you in the next section.